going on, everybody? It's your boy Rail back with another review, man. I apologize for all this glowing I'm doing, all this natural sunlight coming through the window. It's a lot. It can be overwhelming because I see myself shining like some black angel or some shit. But yeah, man, this is Teller Tuesday, so that means it's Sons of Anarchy Season 1, Episode 12. Man, in the good old days, there's 13 episodes in this season. That's back when they was giving us what we wanted, which was more. Now they went down to 10, but you'd be lucky to get 10 because some episodes starting at 8. And then you got some that's doing like 5 or 4 episodes and they make you wait a few months before they do the other 4. Like, what is I don't like it. I don't know what algorithm or what monetary gain comes from it, but I would like a nice 13 track season of anything. I want all my seasons to be 13 episodes. Just come on. What's with this 10 and 8 shit? I don't like it. But anyway, it might be bright up in here, but it's a dark goddamn day in Charming. Oh yeah. This episode was a 10. I'm not gonna hold you. Everything that happened this episode meant something. It said something. It set up something. There was not a minute wasted. There was no filler. There was no comedic moment. Like, maybe you laughed at a few things, but there not for just, just like, hey, let's insert joke here. Like, everything was quality. And wow. Great goddamn episode. So let's start off with that. Now, let's get into this whole thing is the meat of it, right? It opens up with everybody waking up with their spouse or whore or heroin whore, some to that degree. Didn't quite get the symbolism. I don't know what that had to do, except for Opie's opening scene, of course. But everybody else's, I don't really know. Maybe it was just showing the different dynamics of everybody, but I don't know if there was a deeper meaning. I don't know. If you got an idea, please share it. That's what this whole thing is built on. You, the people, and the interaction. Now, wow, where the fuck do I want to begin? Do I want to start with Tara's toxicity? Do I want to start with Gemma's toxicity? Or do I want to start with Clay and his complete blunder? You know what? Let's start small and drive ourselves big. But even our small is something quite huge. Let's go Gemma. So last episode, I spoke about how Gemma had chosen her horse in the race, right? She was like, I'm going Wendy, fuck Tara. And I didn't really understand the true internal beef she had with Tara until this episode. This actually reveals maybe the real problem, why them two never worked. So this was very important for that reason. But here Gemma gets found out. Wendy goes to pick up the kids, sees Tara and Jack in an embrace. Jax in an embrace. And she put it together almost immediately. Comes back home dejected with hopes of regaining her family and starting over, only to find out that he is possibly in love with some other chick. But it could just be Jax smashing. Jax is known around the town of Charming to lay with many of women. Like, that's what Jax does. So, God bless him. And his dick is non-discriminatory. He does not have a type. His type is a walking, breathing woman. as far as I've seen it, because he's smashing from all spectrums, old to not so. I don't know. Jax is a wild boy out here. A very overactive libido, but so like I said, Wendy confronts Gemma. She sees the whole play. She's like, "This. I get it now. This is why you set this all up, and you gonna use me to get what you want." And in true Gemma fashion, she answers with a resounding "so?" And I always found "so" to be the great equalizer in any debate. It truly is. Cause you could be in a full argument. You could call somebody on their shit, be 1,000% correct. But what do you do once that person look you in your face and say, so? And that just, it takes away the whole foundation of the argument you built on. Because if it's so and, why am I screaming at you? Why am I telling you you're a piece of shit when you yourself don't care? Right? And Gemma laid it out just like that. That's how you end the argument. Gemma's a master manipulator. It's fucking like, I don't know. It's like Harvard levels of 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 manipulation. I don't know. Like her toxic levels are radioactive. Chernobyl. Have you? Like what? She says, "Hey, man, so you found me out. That's my master plan. Check it out." But does it change anything? Don't you still want Jax? Don't you still want your family? Don't I want Tara to fuck up out of here? It seems like we got a mutual understanding. And then Wendy is explaining to her logically, reasonably, as a person who's recovering. She's like, Gemma, copy that, but check it out. I'm hurting, I'm recovering. This might be a bit much for me to take on right now because I'm taking my sobriety day by day. So maybe I shouldn't take part in your bullshit. Just maybe. And I think she did it very respectful. She made valid points. But then again, there's always this. So? She's been coming at Jesus a lot. Like, the thing between Jim and God ain't a thing. She doesn't give a shit. Don't come at her with Christ. Even if he's not brought up in the conversation, Gemma will bring him up to trash him. So she has her stance on that, you know. And it's just her attacking Wendy and breaking her down and constantly reminding her of how she can't speak on her, which is unfair. Just because I do bullshit don't mean you get a free run at bullshit. And nobody's to say nothing because I fucked up. No, that's not how this thing works. But hey, it's Gemma we talking about. And again, like I first stated, I didn't know where this malice for Tara came from until we see the conversation. Now, Jax had some toxic shit going on early in the episode. You remember when I said Wendy came in, seen them embracing? It was the conversation Jax had with Tara that had me laughing. It was because I too have pulled this same move before, and so has a lot of men before me, like, and after me. Like, this is the go-to. It's the what are we conversation, right? And Jax is like, we got to do this, don't we? This has got to happen. I can't get out of this, right? And she's like, no, we need to do this. Let's have this what's happening conversation. And then you know what he does? He hits her with the, look, man, you know, this baby's new. You got to bring a kid in it. The baby's new. You know, I'm trying to figure things out. And you remember how it was before. I couldn't breathe without you. Like, I felt like I needed you every moment. She was like, yeah, you were pretty intense. So now that line right there lets me know that he had a unhealthy obsession with Tara for whatever reason. Because this episode, I have to rank Tara as a not so good looking lady. You know, sometimes Tara's a hit, sometimes she's not. This entire episode, she has been a solid 6, maybe 5.5 on the look scale. Wendy demolished her this episode, like, you know. But this is what I'm talking about. Tara was not. I could say no to this version of Tara. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she catches the light certain episodes differently. But this, I don't know. She needs to. I don't know. It wasn't working for me this episode. But now we see that, you know, as a man who has an unhealthy obsession with a woman, being the mother that's too involved in your son's relationship, one of those moms, like, you can't tell whether they're just mother and son or if she wants to be the relationship with the mom. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all dealt with a mama's boy whose mama has been way too invested in his goddamn social life, you know. And she probably seen the destruction that happened to Jax, probably even had to help put them together when Tara left. And she's harboring hate for Tara for her having to do that and her doing that to her son. So now I'm like, got it. Got it. Okay, now I can see why you'll choose somebody who dibbles and dabbles in the heroin and almost kills your grandson versus the doctor lady. Because she must have left a hole the size of a kumquat in your boy Jax. So, okay, we got it. But yeah, Jack spent that whole thing on her and said, "Look, I'm really enjoying what we're doing right now. So how about you just give me a minute so we can really get it right? AKA, how about we let more time pass, but you continue to let me fuck, right? And then we'll, if things keep going smoothly, maybe you upgrade. Maybe we'll say this is a work in progress." Right now, we don't know what it is. We're gonna stay with that, but then we can upgrade to work in progress. Then we could go, all right, this is a full-on relationship. Let's do it, right? So well played, Jax. At the same time, Abel's getting ready to come home. So now to Tara's toxicity, Jax got his off. Gemma got hers off. It's only right. It's only right that Tara gets a turn. So now Wendy steps to her like a grown woman and say, "Yo, is you smashing Jax?" And she's all like, I don't know, she's playing the side woman role. Like, I don't want to call it nothing. I don't feel comfortable with this conversation. And Wendy's pressing her like, well, look, Gemma, look, just a heads up. Gemma's doing everything in her power to keep y'all two apart. I prefer not to have nothing to do with it. So that's on y'all. And now it's all coming clear to Tara at this point. Then when she approaches Gemma with that, Tara approaches Gemma, lets her know, like, oh, okay, I see what type of bullshit you on. And you gonna risk this woman's health just to keep me out the picture? So now it became personal for Tara. Now Tara was letting a lot of shit slide, and she probably feels dumb for allowing herself to even open up to Gemma that time in the office. When it was just them. No, that time in the clubhouse when she woke up and was making coffee and shit. And she cried in front of Gemma. She let herself be vulnerable and almost think like Gemma was probably not a piece of shit. And this is where I think Tara took it like, okay, you made me look stupid. I should have fucking known, Gemma, that you're gonna Gemma shit. And now when when Abel gets home and it's a whole big party where Lowell Jr. is there. Why is Lowell Jr. there? So Lowell is lucky to be alive. And supposed to be cleaning up. I don't know how he became so, back in the circle so quickly. I think that's weird. There was a lot of drama circling Lowell Jr. and his drug usage and Clay killing his father for being a snitch. So I don't know. It seems a bit too soon. But I'm peeping Lowell Jr. there. So there's got to be something to that. But Tara peeping the scene. She sees a happy dad, a happy mom, a happy grandmom. And she fucking snaps. She's like, no, I'm going to get close to my man. I'm going to kiss him. I'm about to cause a scene right in front of Wendy. Even though Wendy's not even her ops. Like, I feel like that was an unnecessary jab to Wendy, who was in reality giving her the heads up. Like, yo, if this your man, claim him, please, and keep me out of it. I don't want the chances, right? I don't want to be let up and then I get let down, and next thing you know, I got a needle in my arm. But Tara is taking shots. She didn't had to look like one beer, and I guess that's her excuse. She's gonna blame it on the one brew. Now she's kissing Jax all in front of Wendy, and Jack's like, "Oh, hold the fuck up! What's happening here?" Wendy's like, "Ugh," but she kept it G. Wendy so far is looking like the adult, and Tara seemed to have went right back to her childish ways back when her and Jax were younger. And he takes her to the back, which he shouldn't have. He should have took security because he took a strong right hand to the face, nice open hand slap with the comical movie. Like it was a throwback, like soap opera slap sound when he got slapped. Go back and listen to it. It was like pop. I was like, what the fuck? Get this animated ass sound effect out of here. You know I'm gonna pick something apart. I'm gonna find something. But yeah, and then she storms off. So that shows Tara's complete toxicity, of course. And she probably feels dumb, but we know where that's gonna head. Now, to the meat of this episode. Because that was all palaver. That was just these little moving pieces, but here comes the real shit of this episode. Wow. Salute to Hale. Salute to Hale. Right? He snuck in, he heard those words, and he wanted to make sure that nobody got killed unnecessarily. Because he knew this was gonna be bad. They're criminals. Hale seems to be the only one that realizes criminals are gonna be criminals and try to clean up, whether even if they're wrong or not. If there's a hint of a snitch, they got to go. So he wants to expose this. So, you know, and he can't do it himself because that goes against everything he stands for. So he's gonna have Unser do it. Makes sense. But all for too late. Because here we have Clay. Yeah, now Clay. You know, watching Sons as a black person, you would think it'd be a little rough. Right? When you break down, when you see his plan in motion, his plan is to pit the blacks versus the browns, right? And get away scot-free, then they go at it. Because it's the American way. Now, if you think I'm finna do some like bitching and moaning, it's not gonna happen. I'm too old, right? I'm an older black dude. That is not, to me, what this show has and what a lot of shows lack is reality. That is how black people are viewed. That's how a lot of Mexican people are viewed. That is what it is. And us of a certain generation, the older ones, now this might be the new youngins who is like, that's unfair. This is, and they should have that energy. But for me, when you a certain age, you're just too tired. You understand that you'll just be hated because of your color. So it's like, why take this personal? So watching this is not triggering at all. So you're not finna get some whiny shit about it. What I appreciate is the reality. Because a lot of times we try to fool ourselves like, no, that's nonsense. I don't see color. I don't. Blah, 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 blah. How do you not? Fam, you have eyes. You have a thinking brain. You've interacted with people. The more people you interact with, the more well-rounded person you're gonna be. So if you don't do that, then you're gonna only know what you know, and you're gonna have to assume for the rest. And I can't blame you, cause thing one is keeping yourself safe. You feel me? So when you hear, him tell Tig the plan, like, got it. Because Tig was against it at first. Like, you mean to tell me we finna sell the Niners the guns now? Or we just made a pact with the Mayans, like a club-wide pact, to be cool. Now we finna break that next day? For what? Because Clay is still salty about the hit. And he doesn't want no beef with the Niners. But this is where Clay is so dumb. This is where he is so very dumb. His pitch to the Niners, right? This is what I had the problem with. His pitch to the Niners was when he gave it to him and said, look, I got some guns. If you don't want your competition to have them, I suggest you swoop in, take them out. We take the money. You take the free guns. Everybody's happy. And then me and you continue business. Now, on the surface, that sounds smart because dude's like, why would I do your dirty work? But if it's beneficial, I get to shoot at my ops. I mean, the Mayans and the Niners are into it. So, okay, I get some bodies that I know their location. That's big. That's big when you're at war with people. Knowing where people are. So you can get them. So that was good intel. So it looks profitable for the Niners. But where Clay was dumb, not in his plan, but, no, his plan was dumb. Because he knew this one thing. He said the words, I know you're buying guns from the Russians at 3 times markup. So, if you want to save some of that good heroin money, and for me not to sell to your ops, how about you do this plan? Now, I know a lot of y'all might have been like, that real, what are you talking about? That's a genius plan. Can I break down why it's a dumb plan? A, you recognize that they were willing to spend this amount of money, this absorbent amount of money on guns. And they've been doing it anyway. Right? So why wouldn't he, if he already has a plan B outside of you, Why wouldn't he, now that he has all this intel, why would he continue to deal with you, who is somebody he doesn't like? And he can see your obvious plan. Wait till my people are safe and we're gone, and then you come clean up. It's an obvious scapegoat. If it goes well, if it goes bad, I got the money, and if you end up dying, if Marquez ends up dying, it's whatever. It's a win-win for me. And no, that's not no. So why wouldn't the Niners look and say, you know what, guys? I say we keep buying guns from Russians. But now we know where the head of the Suns is going to be and the head of the Mines is going to be. And we know that there's at least $30,000 there and some free guns to be had. So how about we go up in there, fuck them over, take out both competitions, two birds with one stone, and still buy my guns with my Russians. But by taking out the Mayans, I might could take out some more of their territory, which would equal out me paying the price for more guns. If I get to wipe them out. So, and the fact that that didn't even register in Clay's mind, that could be a plan B for the Niners leader, is just dumb. It's dumb. I could understand if the Niners, it was a smart plan if the Niners never had another gun connection, is what I'm saying. If the only way the Niners could get their hands on guns was by Clay and the Irish, then his plan is foolproof. You ain't gonna shit in the only bed you have, right? You're gonna take care of that bed. You're gonna wash those sheets, right? But when you have other bed sheets and other beds, even more expensive, fuck it, you'll shit in this one. If you have to for the greater good. So yeah, and he sold Tig on that same thing, who knew in his soul that it was a bad idea. But yeah, so he set himself up for this failure. So then surprise, and then the whole thing is Opie is supposed to get murdered at one of these drops by the Niners, quote unquote, the angry black man, and I can't recite exactly what Clay is saying because YouTube will not allow me to monetize. So I'm just gonna do the polite version. I'm just gonna say black and Latino. We're gonna keep it PC, but you watch the episode so you know what the fuck he said. But so the plan is for Tig to take out Opie, make it look like the angry black man did it, and now it's good. Clay's plan is I get rid of a possible snitch. If the Niners and the Mayans murder each other, start an ongoing beef, hey, whatever. I get to, maybe I'll even fund both sides with guns. It's all a win for Clay. But that's because he's so short-sighted. He can't see, into the possible. You got to examine everything. And that's what I like about Jax. He doesn't just jump on it. You remember at the meeting, the whole plan of, the Mayans want the guns right now, and we need this money to get Bobby out. He's like, chill. What guns do we have to protect ourselves? So we're going to give our new friends some guns and hope that they don't bust at our ass? Like, they stay true to their word? Because if they don't, what are we supposed to be shooting back at them with? Some handguns? Like, no, some shotguns in the shed. So he's just like, okay, well, I'm not the president, so fuck it. It is what it is. I had to say my piece, though. Clay is so bullheaded. And this is the destruction of Clay this episode. From him making that stupid ass mistake, not thinking, he has now caused both sides. Like Jack said, this was the worst case scenario. And Jack don't even know how really bad it is. He don't know that Clay did all this. Clay is making, like Tig said, I'm all with executive decisions like Opie. But this major club-wide affecting thing, maybe we should bring this to the table. It's the ignoring the first mind, man. It's always doomed. So now, like Jack said, the Mayans won't trust us. Okay. And now the Niners just tried to kill us. So we both, now it's a possible everybody hates the Sun situation. And like I said, Jack don't even know the half of it. He don't know that Clay created it all. He started the lies. He's believing that the Niners just got the drop on the situation, like he would like the Mayans to believe, like Clay would like the Mayans to believe. Only person that believes the Niners came out of nowhere is fucking Jax. And that's like, wow. At the same time, Clay is sitting there and he's like, oh, well, I fucked that up. And it's just like, how can I fuck it up some more? So why is Opie still alive? Tig had the drop on him, but he went with his first mind. He made his executive decision. Dude just murdered a guy for me. So if he had his phone, it would have been wiretapped and he's dropping bodies. Maybe he's not a snitch. How many snitches you know go to gun deals and deal in shootouts, dropping bodies? That doesn't seem like, and saving me like that. Maybe this ain't a snitch, or this is the best snitch next to Jack Nicholson in Departed. Like, I don't know. But he has I don't know. So it just didn't feel right with him. Comes back, tells Clay didn't have a clean shot. Now, I find it also funny that Clay's next best plan is, yo, well, the Niners seen his truck, right? Cool. Maybe they made a trip to Charmin. They seen a truck that could have ran the tags. Yeah. And was like, oh, that's Opie. Let's go get at least one son. And he was like, but make it ghetto. Make it ghetto. Right? Drive-by style. Make it ghetto. And the funny thing is, Tig indeed made it ghetto. And I can't even be mad that that's the perception because that's 90% of shootings. Getting sprayed up in the car. I know. I stay in Chicago, so I know. The car, you should see me. I'm like this. I play all mirrors. I don't fuck around. Cars pull up on the side. Like, say a car is right here, right? Right here. And I'm pulling up to the red light. I'm always like right here. I'm never side by side with that car. For whatever reason. It's my anxiety. I won't do it. Because I don't know. It's all those type of things you're doing when you're driving. But yeah, make it ghetto. And the funny thing is, Tig, like I said, made it. He indeed made it ghetto. Because ghetto is spraying up a car and not hitting your target, only hitting an innocent person. That's ghetto. So success. I guess in a way, Clay didn't fumble everything. Well, Tig didn't. At least Tig made it ghetto. That was one successful mission. You're gonna shoot up everything but your target. Innocent women, children, and holy shit. Tig murders Donna, and the same time Unser comes and tells Clay, like, yo, they was trying to make Opie seem like a rat, but he was a stand-up dude. He ain't say shit. It was a lady that's in the building that pointed out Bobby. So I just needed y'all to know that. And Clay, his face, that was an excellent scene. His face when he walked back into that party, when Gemma felt that energy on him, his face looked like his whole soul left his body. But let me tell you what makes Clay such a huge piece of shit. Such an enormous, unflushable piece of shit. He comes to Unser and says, hey, do we have any ideas? Was the guy black? Huh? Yeah, black? Huh? The white guy walking the dog? Did he see a black guy? Please, somebody say black. Say the words black. And then Unser just looked at him like, no, we don't know anything. And he was just like, it looks to me like some fucking fool got it so wrong, jumped the gun, and murdered the wrong person that was misled information. Hint, I know this was you. You thought that was Opie. You fucked up. Unser knows. Hell, when the ATF agent pops up, he sees that. He stares daggers at Clay. Then he goes to her, presses her, and says, this blood is on you, which he's 100% correct. And I love that he wanted to sock her out. So it was perfect that Black Buddy, the other agent, walked up because he just won. He just hooked his ass right to the ground. Not it was night. Hell put mans to sleep, put him to bed, and then walked off. So, and then you got Jax holding his man Opie. Jax been uneasy about how Tig and Clay been talking and moving when it comes to Opie. Only Tig and Opie together? Like, what's happening? Something's not right. He knows it. And at that scene, he holding Opie, trying to get him off Donna, and he stares over at Clay with the meanest face. He knows fucking Clay has something to do with it. So this episode is the complete deterioration of Jax and Clay's relationship. This episode sparks that. Opie is about to go ape shit, literally. And his scene was so. Congrats, Opie. That was a hell of a scene done by the Opester. The tears, the kissing his dead wife. And it's so bad because, I felt bad. Because I was like, fuck Donna. You know what I'm saying? And just because she dead don't really change my mind. Oh, you're not going to trick me. I know who Donna is at her core, so I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry that Donna died like that. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve death, but I'm not finna be like she was a great person. She wasn't. I don't know. It's still fuck Donna. But I have so much love for Opie, so I'm just gonna be like, with respect. That's a tough time. And then she's being the perfect woman all of a sudden. We've never seen Donna this happy. In 12 episodes, she's been nothing but an asshole to Opie, to the club, and all of a sudden, when she tried to get him to flip just last episode, and then they decided, okay, I'm just not gonna do it since Opie's not gonna do it. Now she's like the greatest mom and wife on planet Earth, smiling. Hey, Opie, I just want to give me some kisses. Just want to tell you your mom is doing fun town. Oh no, babe, come in as late as you want. I'll take care of this. I'll do this. And you know what? I think I want to help Jim out when I come back. Just stop. Y'all tried to make us care for Donna all in one episode. No, you already made her look like trash for 12 episodes. It's not gonna work. It's an old trick. It's not gonna happen. I'm not falling for it. I watch too much TV. It's not gonna happen. Sorry. Try that on somebody else. Didn't do it. But yeah. So this episode was woo. And then what does Jax do when he's all distraught and sad? You guessed it. He smashes something. And typically, he smashes the wrong something. So now he done sexed up Wendy when they land in bed together, just further confusing the poor girl. The poor girl. And yeah, I think drugs looks like to be in her future. So way to go, Clay. I don't even think he's going to tell Jim of this, But wow, what a burden to carry. And Tig is completely fucked up over it, as he should. But he was following orders, so. But it's gonna be rough to look at your man's across the way. So, damn, Opie. It was a tough one, but a great episode. God damn. Because there's so many. Holy shit. Oh, shit. What? Such good acting. I gotta say, I don't know who I got winning this episode because Opie's last scene. Actually, Opie might get this one. Because I love that interaction that him and Jax had after Tara slapped the shit out of him. Opie rolls up to him like, what's up with your face? And he was like, what just happened? And Jack's like, man, I don't know. And then Opie, as a trooper, this is how your friends treat you. They laugh at you. So he's trying to hold back this laugh. Like, he was like, oh, man, I hope, sorry, it works out for you. And then Jack's like, yeah, I can see that you're very concerned. Like, that felt real. Like, that felt like a real guy friendship right there. Like, two dudes that care about each other and just, it felt so natural. I want to say Opie has it, but then I want to say Clay has it because Clay played the fucking fool to the T, and then he looked like shit at the end. So I don't know. I might have to do a tie. I think I'm going to give this episode to Opie and Clay. Two rivals to be had. But yeah, man, we got one more episode. The next episode is the finale. And no, I'm not taking a break. I'm going right into season 2. So with that info, protect your health, yourself, your wealth. Your boy Rel is out of here, man. Peace.
Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Rel. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,